All right, we're gonna go ahead and try and have a better night than we did last night. I love playing this game. It kind of, I don't know, it's like it gets you all calm and relaxed. Kind of helps me get a little sleepy. I was really sleepy last night. I ended up starting it really late though. But I was all over the place. Detour on my own stupidity. Detour way out of the way. Ended up being late for the delivery. Actually got negative XP. And yeah, we ran into a lot of stuff last night too. It was kind of a disaster, but we're gonna see if we could do better tonight. All right, give me 1 second. Let me let's see. Let's get this chat up here. That way, when we start playing, we're good to go. All right, there's that. All right, we'll go ahead and get it started out. Let me pull up my cheat sheet. All right, there we go. Okay, yeah. I think this is the one. Yeah, that's a cool picture. Yeah, we'll be heading we'll see if we can get done with the Iowa stuff tonight. Actually, I gotta see if I can get a route to knock 2 of them out at once. We might be able to, I don't know, probably. It'll be close. It'll definitely be close. Alright, let's see, what cities do we got left? Ottumwa, Sioux City, and Waterloo. Let's see, Sioux City. Let's see. Okay, we haven't discovered those two. Ottumwa. We've discovered Ottumwa, so I don't. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do Sioux City to Waterloo, Waterloo to Ottumwa. That's pretty. What's up with this jacked up little square thing here? That's kind of an interesting. Can we fast travel to Sioux City? I don't think so. Let me see here. What's closer? Dang. Um, I guess we'll start off in Ottumwa. Maybe we'll go Ottumwa, Waterloo, Waterloo to Sioux City. We'll see if that works. Then I think we can actually knock them all out tonight. Get back to Nevada and start working on our home base there. Yeah, we probably have to repair this. A lot of repairs. Oh, okay. I think we're good. Let's just take a look real quick. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Boom. All right. Please hit the like if you haven't yet. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this baby started. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and pull up the jobs here. External contracts. Whatever we can get from Ottumwa to Waterloo, if we can. Let's see, Ottumwa, Des Moines, Burlington, Sioux City. Oh my lord, that's a long one. Ooh, that's a long one. That's all we got. Okay. That's a long freaking route, man. It's too bad I couldn't fast travel to. You know what I could do? No, because that would still take a while. I could always go. You know, I could go. No, that's. If I went Fort Dodge to Waterloo, then Waterloo to Ottumwa, that would be less than going from Ottumwa to Sioux City. And then I could probably do a delivery from Council Bluffs to Sioux City, and it would count, and I would cut down on a lot of time too. But I'd literally have to do a Fort Dodge to Waterloo, Waterloo to Ottumwa. Let's just go Ottumwa, Ottumwa. Man, that's a long route. Yeah, we'll just go Ottumwa to Sioux City. Yep. Whoop. Oh, shoot. What the hell? Oh, hell no. Oh, shit. Okay. It actually already started. Okay, where do we gotta go here? Alamo. Where's my GPS? Where's my GPS? I accepted the job, right? Okay, so where in the hell? Resume. Unable to see job details. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Alright, let's turn the radio on real quick before we get going. Let's get it on this news. Where's that at? KRMG.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my
Get that
eyes
talk
closed.
radio going.
Shopify thinks ahead
Holy
of
shit,
us,
I took a wide
and it
turn.
thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I
need to scoot this window back.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
It's a decision. It's just this is what's being kind of talked about behind closed doors.
Cue the outrage, and you know that it's coming. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robin show.
You know what? That's brilliant. If that is the play, put that out there.
Yeah,
because I know a whole lot of gun guys that I know or I follow.
We'll get some of the
online
dash in there
like,
too.
Come on, man! Don't make me defend the trannies. Don't make me do that.
Holy!
Don't roll this out. Because
what
no,
the
I'd be against
fuck
that.
are we listening to?
But then on the
American Public Media, producer and distributor of award-winning public radio content, engaging audiences, creating meaningful experiences, and
here we
fostering
go.
conversations. APM American Public Media, with support from Odoo, offering software that provides building blocks for
There we go. That way you guys get more inside the screen there.
businesses need.
Listener-supported service of the University of Tulsa. Public Radio 89.5 AWGS HD1 Tulsa.
Support for Public Radio Tulsa is provided by the Tulsa Zoo, presenting the Walt's World Tour September 12th, celebrating 3 regions zoo animals call home.
I forgot how I switched the, I think it's I button.
All while supporting the zoo's conservation mission. More at Walt's World Tour.
I wish it had just like a huge speedometer on it.
Welcome to East Day from the BBC World Service with Victoria Wimble. James Gordon.
We are about to roll over scenes in the US, focusing on Florida.
And find out about one of the foreign men deported from the US to Eswatini.
Alright. Headed to Sioux City. Well, actually, we got to get the trailer first.
Open tennis, which is reaching its climax. But first, the news.
Oh my lord, I'm all over the place again. Maybe I need to, you know what I did is I messed with a whole bunch of damn settings. Oh damn, I almost ran into a cop. That's what I need to do. I need to change all my settings back. That's why I was all over the place, because I don't even know what I had it set on before I changed everything. I literally changed a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I just need to put it back on default and change a couple things I had it on before. Can't see shit. There it is. Ooh, that's a nice car. Oh, hell no.
Thank you for that essential update. And welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service with me, James. In his next half hour, we're going to be answering controversial comments on President Trump's policies about health and immigration. We'll find out how boat travel in Nigeria could be made safer. That's following the deadly accident last week. In this moment, we'll head to the ozone tennis. Please send us your thoughts on anything you hear by WhatsApp.
Earlier in the program, we heard the row between the Secretary of Health, Robert F. Kennedy, and Democratic Senator Michael Bennett. The two clashed over the Secretary's sometime controversial attitudes to vaccines. This is a topic that has become a hot point of political division in the US in recent years, accelerated since Donald Trump's return to the White House.
Now, Republican-controlled Florida has announced plans to become the first U.S. state to remove all vaccine mandates, many of which require children to get jabbed against diseases like polio in order to attend schools. Florida's most senior health official compared the mandates to slavery, saying, "Who am I to tell you who in charge and what in law?" He did not give a timeline. Florida students are currently required to be vaccinated against multiple illnesses, including chickenpox,
Alrighty.
measles, mumps.
Sioux City now.
Professor Michael Olson is the director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota. In 2020, he was on President Joe Biden's 13-member transition COVID-19 advisory board. He's also recently written a book called The Big One: How We Must Prepare for
Wow, just a couple cars. That's
this
it.
book, I started by asking for his reaction to Florida's decision to end all vaccine mandates.
At this point, there is actually what I would call a national effort by a number of different individuals to limit vaccine access to the vast majority of our population. These individuals who are promoting this, while small in number, have been very loud and vocal, and unfortunately, they have a very prominent place within our
This one's gonna be a long trip.
namely with Secretary Kennedy at the Department of Health.
It's
and
so
Human
damn
Services.
dark.
So, in that sense, I think we are really very concerned about the vaccine enterprise system, vaccines in general, and what that might represent over the days ahead.
So
Was it
dark.
a surprise what came out of Florida's Surgeon General to say that they're going to end this vaccine
Wow, it's about
mandate?
real time almost. It's about 20 minutes
I
behind.
think if you're in this business today, nothing can surprise you.
We'll
It
mess
certainly
with my
disappoint
settings
you.
when I'm
It
done
certainly
with this
challenge you,
this
but it
load
doesn't
here.
necessarily surprise us. I think at this point, what has been announced in Florida is likely not just to end in Florida.
What are they
Other
talking
states
about
may
tonight
very
on the
well
news
also
radio?
take a similar approach. This
What are we
week's gonna
talking
be
about tonight?
unfortunate. We will basically begin to see an immunization system that's not adequate to hold back what will be an increasing number of cases of vaccine-preventable diseases, and unfortunately, many of those will be individuals, children who will die.
Florida is not just a state.
Oh no!
It's also a big tourist destination. Many
Oh
people
no!
come there.
What's going on in Florida?
From all over the U.S. as well as the world. What worries you the most about what is happening?
Well, first of all, I don't believe suddenly all Floridians.
Oh damn! I'm gonna have to turn this radio station up. Find out what's going on in Florida.
But even if it's sizable, if it's in the 60 or 70% range, you can easily see the accumulation of unvaccinated children who are now very susceptible to infection accumulate over time. And so suddenly, what was a challenge today becomes a huge challenge 3 or 4 years from now. If the measles virus, for example, does not circulate in that population for a few years, then it takes off. We can see.
I even have the realistic car light thing I've added to it, and it's still not. Damn, it's dark as hell.
Because it is an entertainment for so many families.
It's the only way I could see something. Oh damn, people are out there. Damn, people farm at 11:30 at night.
First of all, just reinforces what is often referred to as blue states, just how important vaccines are and why the prevention of infectious diseases from vaccination.
Ooh, I'm going a little fast.
Must be a hallmark of what we do today. So I think that at this point, I don't worry that we're going to see.
See, I wish I had a truck that had that speedometer that was just the whole screen. It's so hard to.
An erosion of vaccines in kids in this country.
What could decisions such as we've seen from Florida mean for how America prepares for future pandemics?
I wonder what truck has
to be better prepared for a pandemic. One of the things that came away as a lesson from
I need to find
pandemic is that we had a number of issues.
all the dealerships so I can just buy whatever
How should we have handled them? How do we share information?
truck I want to
How
buy.
are we transparent in what we're considering for recommendations and what should be the standards for those recommendations? My hope has always been that in fact what we would do is have a 9/11.
Wow, it is so dark out here.
Much has happened after the 9/11 event in the U.S. This bipartisan commission came
45. Whoa,
very
whoa, whoa,
important
whoa. Slow down.
recommendations. They dug deep into the cause of the failure for security, intelligence, we picked that up and learned a lot from that.
Professor Michael Osterholm, Director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota. Well, health is one area where President Trump has made big changes since returning to office. Another is immigration.
Oh shoot, I probably should have stopped before the before the intersection. We only got 3 cars on this. That's it. That's pretty interesting, huh? Last one, I think we had 5.
Of serious crimes, which include child rape, murder, and battery, countries had refused to take them back.
I need to turn this radio station up when we get a chance.
Is reported to have denied that they had refused the return of their troops. And that citizen has now been identified as 62-year-old Oval Etoria, who moved to the U.S. legally at the age of 12. While in prison, he earned a college degree. After his release, he was working at a men's shelter and studying for a master's degree until he was unexpectedly deported to Eswatini. Well, I've been speaking to Wilfredo Laracuente, an educator and advocate for prisoner rights, who met Oval Etoria
45.
correctional facility back in 2010, where both men were serving sentences for murder. I began by asking him, what is Oval like as a person?
Uh-oh, I gotta turn left.
Help others anytime they need Mercy University program at Sing Sing Correctional.
Do I have to turn left?
What we did was we were studying, and he would actually help as a junior and a senior. You know,
Change
just like out in a regular campus, he would help the people kind of assimilate to the type of workload that was necessary to be able to kind of know little nuances or little tricks that you needed to know with professors, the way on a paper style, and things of that nature. So he was very helpful within the group dynamic, and even in the general population perspective. If he could really help you, he would help
I guess
you to
so.
make sure that you became the best possible version of yourself.
What were you studying there, then, the both of you?
Both of us were studying behavioral science and a lot of different sciences. We both graduated with our bachelors in behavioral science from the Hudson Lane University College program.
It's so damn dark.
Your conversations with him, what were his plans once he got out?
I got lost there.
What was he thinking of using this degree that he'd gotten while he was in prison?
My bad, buddy.
Both of us were aspiring to help others. Our carceral experience had a lot of other traumas and a lot of other failures from other government institutions long before we ever became a part of the carceral system. So when we finally had higher education and found critical thinking, and we started to look at terminologies like arrested development and disenfranchisement and concept.
All right, we should be.
What that does is it kind of showed us that we were kind of.
I wonder where we're at.
These disenfranchised communities, and we wanted to help our communities.
When you
We're heading towards Des Moines now.
set free, were you often in touch?
Yes, I came out first in 2020, and then he came out later on in the fall of 2021. And he took off ripping and running. He was going for his master's degree inside prior to him being released on parole. And he was attempting to reignite the master's program, but he wasn't able to do it because, you know, when you pivot from the carceral space and you have to come out and re-enter back into society, you have to.
It's so dark out here.
You have to become employed.
This is wild.
And employment became a priority, so it was.
That must be the
priorities to be employed and
the capital or something.
And he was gainfully employed as well as I, and we would stay in touch, and we would kind of be our own individual support systems.
Come on, camera.
We were navigating through the reentry process.
Did he ever seem worried or talk to you about his immigration status in the US once he got out in 2021?
No, he didn't seem worried because it was just like similar to parole. He had to report to immigration, and as long as you adhere to whatever stipulations immigration had at that particular time, he was able to just, you know, assimilate and start working on this process of putting his life back together. And then all of a sudden, then I found out much later on through other people that have been deported in Jamaica that he was one of the 5 men that were sent to Africa, and that's why I started on this search, or I say this quest, I would say, to
Council
be able to
Bluffs.
shed light on how wrong that was from a humanitarian perspective, but also from the perspective of if you've done your time and you've already assimilated and you're helping others, why would immigration take it upon themselves not even to deport you back to your own country, but what they would do is they would pay another country to house you in solitary confinement, but you have to live in the crime.
Orphan was convicted of murder, and the US government has described what he did, and indeed the other 4 men.
Well, at least if
he was deported
at the end of
to
the
Eswatini as uniquely
at the end of the stream, we'll only have one city left if we have any left, so that won't be too bad.
Well, I have to push back.
2 City to Waterloo should be pretty easy too.
Because just because you have committed one act doesn't mean that it redefines you for the rest of your life. There is redemption involved in everyone, and there are second chances in everything and everybody.
You speak and write passionately and often about your friend Oral on social media. Why is it important for you to do so?
The importance of it is if it can happen to someone that's formerly incarcerated, that
I wonder how I find out how much time I have
what happens
to.
if they just decide they want to prey on this particular vulnerable portion of the population. You have a lot of traumas that
I gotta take a rest.
come along with the carceral space, and higher education has been kind of the elixir to kind of circumvent or allow us to move forward with our lives. But
kind of see some stars.
Regardless of whatever good you do within
Oh, that's a plane. That's pretty
because you
neat.
have been incarcerated as a kid. And that
Oh, a
as a kid
helicopter.
portion of it is something that I push back on because I associate
It's crazy how dark it is out here.
things when they were much younger that they show remorse, they show responsibility,
Out in the middle of nowhere.
and we deserve the second chance to move forward.
If Oval is listening to us now, what would you want him to know?
That all of us have never forgotten. That we know that it's hard right now, and you have to make hard normal, and that we look forward to being able to see a smile once he returns here.
Alfredo Laracueta, an educator and advocate for prisoner rights who made Oval Etoria in Sing Sing Correctional Facility, and now Oval Etoria is sitting in a jail in Eswatini in Southern Africa.
Let's get towards you down, those effects.
I wish I could go faster. Why can't I go faster?
To the final of the US Open for a third straight IGB.
I can only go 65 and it's 70.
Between Naomi Osaka and Amanda Anisimova is into a third set. Ross Fuller, our tennis correspondent.
Is there some kind of cap on this?
Yes, Isaac, Amanda Anisimova, who did not win a single game when she lost the Wimbledon final to Iga Swiatek less than 8 weeks ago, is serving 5-3 up in this deciding set. She had 30 love, but she's just hit a forehand over the baseline against Naomi Osaka, twice a champion here, but trying to win her first Grand Slam title since returning to the tour.
Come on, controller.
Of last year, having
Well, it's not the controller. I changed a whole bunch of freaking settings a couple yesterday or
2 hours and 49 minutes after the first two sets went to tie breaks.
day 6.
Unfortunately, the Arthur Ashe Stadium
It was
is not as full as it
disaster.
was earlier in the evening, but it is gripping entertainment.
Came across one of these videos, most realistic settings. I was like, okay, I'll try it out. Totally fucked everything up. It's all. I just need to go back to.
Last month, World Boxing said all women who wanted to compete needed to undergo mandatory testing. 3 Nigerian athletes.
Look at all. Is that hay?
And others
Strong.
from Fiji, the Philippines, and the Dominican Republic. Let's hear
All right,
from
Sioux
one of
City.
the
That's where we're
Nigerian
headed.
athletes, Blessings Orakwe, who's been speaking to us. Sports editor Dan.
We came for the World Boxing in Liverpool, but unfortunately we were not able to participate because of the test. And we came to
Sioux City.
because we fought from the World Boxing. But while we are coming to Liverpool, our team manager had to text Mr. Ash that we are now coming. Then he told him that he should come on the first. So my team manager told him that is it good for us to come on the first? What about the tests that are about to do? So he told him that we should come, that the test will be done. Then we came as he said. Then when we are coming, we are supposed to go to our hotel to get some rest, but 22 days journey. But we are unable to because we know the stress we went through. We went to straight to the hospital because of the test. Then we did the test, we paid for everything. But unfortunately, the test result was not out. So we were unable to participate in the World Boxing.
And how do you feel about that?
I feel so sad because it was heartbreaking for me because all my plan was to come here and dominate.
Oh, shoot.
To take the gold for my country Nigeria because I know how I worked so hard to, for this.
Man, it's so
World
dark.
Boxing. And I know how it was for my country, the Nigerian Boxing Federation, for the way they gathered money for us, for me and the other boxers to be here. It has been for us.
Have you now received your test result?
Yes, it came around 4 this evening. Unfortunately, the doors number was done yesterday, so we are not unable to fight.
And you've passed. It's a negative test.
Yes, we passed the test, yes.
And is this the case with your other teammates? It's not just you, it's your other Nigerian team.
How come? Where's the Greyhound thing?
Has this affected?
We are 3 numbers. I don't know about that country, but I know just my own country. We came with the 48 kg, 51 kg, and I myself is 75 kg.
You're 75 kg.
Yes, sir.
And what do you think of these tests? Do you think it's a good or a bad thing that World Boxing have brought them in? These tests?
I don't really have much to say because I don't know what to say about the test, but it's good at the same time. They brought the test late.
I need to see why it won't let me go above 65.
A few months back, they should have told them back when they did the Kazakhstan games. That was when they should have told them that the next game that is coming up,
need to.
It's a huge event, and you have.
Well, it'll probably be daytime after I'm done.
Plus 5 from France, other fighters from Fiji, from Philippines, Dominican.
I might end up doing a delivery to Waterloo too.
Because they haven't had their results. What do you think of this situation?
I probably will, actually. We're only at 35. I might be able to knock them all out. Get back to Nevada.
That is Dan Rowan speaking to Nigerian boxer Blessing Orakwe. Let's head back to Flushing Meadow and speak to Russell Fuller. I thought this game was going to be over, but Osaka is fighting.
Yes, Amanda Anisimova had 2 match points to reach a second consecutive Grand Slam final. And remember,
then I need to find all these dealerships.
First appearance in a Grand Slam final at Wimbledon Centre Court ended in 57 minutes, and she didn't win a game against Iga Swiatek. The first match point was saved by Naomi Osaka's forehand winner. For the second match point, Anisimova hit a backhand into the net, and now for the second time, Naomi Osaka has a break-back point to get us back on serve in the third set. Anisimova leads by 5 games to 3. They've been on court for 2 hours and 54 minutes. It is 80 minutes to 1 in the evening.
Ooh, I almost missed my turn.
Defending champion Arina Sabalenka awaits in the final on Saturday as Anisimova saves that break-back point. It's deuce. She's still 2 points away from the final, Isaac, but as you know with tennis, this could still have a long, long way to run.
Really could. Russell Fuller, our tennis correspondent. Really appreciate you for joining us. We'll have an update on that as soon as we have it.
Isaac, thank you very much.
Well, Nigeria has suffered another boating tragedy. Earlier this week, a global labour boat transporting people on the Niger River hit a tree stump and capsized.
All right.
The latest we have on that is that 32 people lost their lives and around 50 others were rescued. And it's not the first
Probably. I need to get gas too.
Dozens of lives lost.
I don't need to.
And look at what can be done to prevent future accidents. We're joined by human rights organisation, Muslim Rights Concern, who criticise the government over a lack of action on this issue. We can speak now to Professor Isaac Akintola from the group. Welcome to Newsday. Tell us a little bit about this.
Hey,
this
Peterbilt truck dealer. There we go. We'll get a new truck.
It's very unfortunate. I think this folks.
Where's the Mac dealership? I want to get that Mac truck.
Nigeria capsized. There's so many people aboard. People on it, and it's very disappointing, very sad. It's a big tragedy. I think
Where do I gotta deliver this thing at?
I'm afraid we are really struggling to get that. It doesn't seem to be holding that news. Professor Akintola. Isaac is still with us. Dramatic moment on the tennis court.
A very dramatic moment in the tennis. Should we head over to Flushing Meadow and speak to Russell? Russell, we have a winner.
Amanda Anisimova, just 8 weeks after the disaster of the Wimbledon final, which she didn't win a single game, has reached the final of the very next Grand Slam here in New York, the US Open, and at
On a train track?
6 to 1 in the morning, she has beaten Naomi Osaka, twice a champion here, in the third set, which she won by 6 games to 3. The match lasted shy of 3 hours, and it means that Anisimova will play Arena.
They want me to put this on a train track?
Champion in Saturday afternoon's final here in New York.
Russell, for Anisimova, this is absolutely huge.
What the hell?
Story. You know, that final at Wimbledon was a disaster. It's one of the worst things that happened.
What the hell?
This must be incredible for her to make it to
The way she's bounced is extraordinary. The signs were very
Oh my lord.
She went into the media conference room with Wimbledon half or so after losing in the final to Iga Swiatek. But already she seemed to be able to put it into some sort of perspective.
That's
is
a
the
wild
dominant
spot.
player in the Grand Slams that have played on hard courts. That's the Australian Open in Melbourne in January and this US Open in New York. She's now reached 6 consecutive hard court Grand Slam finals, and she's trying to win this US Open for the second
we'll go
year
ahead
in a row.
and let's
Russell,
go
thank you very
to
much. That's our tennis correspondent, Russell Fuller, there joining us.
let's go to that dealership. That was a weird spot to drop that off.
She watched it, she's learned from it, and she's clearly thought, she struggled in this match against Osaka, losing the first set. You would have thought that, that might have finished her off, but she produced an incredible
if you can. Plenty more coming your way.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has had some wins on
5:20.
to, quote, make America healthy again.
What time do they
Some states
open?
have passed laws banning food dyes and requiring labels on ultra-processed foods.
We have been the busiest, most
8 a.m. We're just gonna go ahead and skip ahead.
history.
How Kennedy is trying to reshape America's health policy. Next morning edition from NPR News.
Tomorrow morning from 5 to 9 on Public Radio 89.5.
Support for Radio Tulsa is provided by Signature Symphony at TCC, presenting a musical road trip along Route 66 with Tulsa's King Cabbage Brass Band, Saturday, September 13th at 7:30 at the TCC Vantry Space. More at signaturesymphony.org.
Alright, let's go to sleep.
Public Radio
Skip this ahead.
89.5, KWGS, HD1, Tulsa.
Alright, let's get a new truck. Wait, I already have one. Is it gonna give me new options? Let's see.
The incumbent was dismissed by the Constitutional Court. The country has been in a state of political turmoil for some time now, culminating in the removal of Petongtang Shinawat as Prime Minister last week.
The Israeli military says it now holds 40% of Gaza City as it continues its offensive there. We will be speaking to an aid organisation in the city. The charities warn essential services are collapsing and more children are in danger of starving.
And in Russia's Far East, in the
Do we
city
already
of
have one? Let me
Vladivostok,
see.
President Vladimir Putin has
389
been hosting an economic summit
Ultra
to
Cab.
strengthen
Let's see if we
Moscow's
have
ties
that
to
already.
regional allies.
389.
But first, the very latest BBC World
389. Do we already have one of those?
Hello,
Truck
I'm David
manager.
Harbour with the BBC News. The Thai Parliament is
We have a
meeting to vote in a new Prime
579.
Minister. It comes a week after the incumbent Petongtang Chinawat was dismissed by the
So
Constitutional
I guess
Court.
we got a better one
Deputy
than that.
Prime Minister Anwin Chugan
Alright, let me
who leads the third largest party.
turn that down while we're in here. Jeez, that's loud while we're not driving. Alright. I guess we already... Okay, I need to... How do I find... How do I find the, let's see. So I need to get gas. How do I find a Mack truck dealership? Let's see. Peterbilt. Tyson. Walmart. carrier. Let's see here. What about over here? I don't know what that is. That's a weird icon. Probably some store. John Deere. BP. I guess there is none over here, maybe? What about up here? Smithland, Lowe's. I guess not. Maybe when we get back home. Or I'll just drive, well, maybe we'll go cruise around over there. Alright, so we got one city left. And it is Waterloo. So you know what? Let's go ahead and fill up real quick. Yeah, we're gonna knock them all out tonight and head back home. Las Vegas. Go back to this business, see if they got a load for Waterloo. Oh, we could probably deliver some gas. Is there a place for a job here? I guess not. Let's see, do you got a job to Waterloo? Oh, wait, it's got to be one of these things, though. Never mind. This one, let's see. Waterloo. Des Moines, Burlington, Council Bluffs. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna have to fast travel to Des Moines. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Des Moines to Waterloo. Quick travel. Alright, Des Moines. Alright, there we go. Quick travel. Go Des Moines to Waterloo. I'm surprised there wasn't a Sioux City to Waterloo. Who knows? Maybe Waterloo's too small of a town or something. All right, where? Got that full tank of gas. see here. We'll go ahead and... Well, let's go up to the stop sign up here. Then we'll get a job. See where we need to go. Be the last one. I can't see. Is that green? Yeah, it is. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and find a job here. Before we go left or right. Alright, Des Moines, we're looking for Waterloo. There it is. Waterloo. Glass. Oh shit. Alright, that's the only delivery to Waterloo. We're transporting glass. Oh no. It's not good. Trailer is ready. Let's go. I can't wait to get back to Vegas. Been in Iowa for like 5 days now. Holy shit, car. I need to look up where a Mac dealership is and go discover that so I can get a new truck. Oh, is this like a exit only? Uh-oh. Sorry, people. Alright, where do I gotta go here? That's wild to me that they leave forklifts out there like that. I used to work for a company driving a forklift for a warehouse, and we never left our shit outside. You're just asking for an accident. I don't understand it. It's weird. Let alone, like, the weathering. You don't want to... Especially those kind of batteries, you don't want them sitting outside in the damn sun. Them things will blow up eventually. All right, last city in Iowa. Here we go. We made it. We did it. Well, almost. We got to get there first. Damn, I'm carrying glass. This is such a tight turn, too. We literally have a fucking fire hydrant right there. Oh my lord. It's like here, have an accident. So many places. Oh man. That's wild. Fire hydrant right out in the middle of nowhere. Come hit me. Beautiful morning, birds are chirping. We're good to go. Oh boy. This is gonna take forever. Maybe we can get out of here after this bus. I think we can. Yep. This is probably my favorite truck though so far, but maybe I'll get another version of this. Yeah. Damn, look at this traffic. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Turn this radio back up.
Only 40,000 who were displaced to the south area.
Alright, there we go.
The majority are staying in the west of the Gaza city and the beach.
Pretty cloudy today. Wonder if there's gonna be a storm.
So now people are moving to the north.
We got that realistic weather too.
If you have family and there's elders or people with personal disability or injured or malnutrition child, that they cannot move, they cannot go. And the problem here that if we lost these malnutrition children, acute malnutrition children, that how we can follow their cases, how we can give them medical treatment, they will go. And then it's very difficult to collect them and to give them the proper treatment. So we know that we're losing whilst our health system is collapsing. With full meaning, occupancy it's about 300%.
Oh, I'm so excited to finish this last city.
Of blood units and everything on time, that every day we are receiving hundreds of cases, whether patients or injured people who are in need. And sometimes these medical teams are working with high priority of life saving. So it's very critical.
I need to do this convoy thing. Maybe I'll I'll mess with that too.
Implications and consequences on the lives.
Try and create like a convoy thing. Just set it up, see what it's like. I don't know. I've never set one up before. I need to do that too.
There is no services, and at the same time, it's unsafe. As I said, Mawasi every day it's under attack. Middle area under air strike. So people are saying how we can move from death to death.
Nowhere feels safe. Yeah. Amjad Ashawa, thank you so much, director of
Dang, the slide.
Palestinian non-governmental organization.
I wish we could explore the cities more.
You are listening to News Day on the BBC World Service with James Vick, and Isaac Fannin is back with the sport.
Yeah, the final of the Women's US Open is set. World number 1 and reigning champion Marina Sabalenka will take on home favourite Amanda Anisimova, who was into her second Grand Slam final in a row. Anisimova beating.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna rain. Looks kind of dark.
She'll be looking to bounce back Anisimova from that Wimbledon final where she was beaten 6-love, 6-love by Iga Swiatek in what was one of the most one-sided finals ever. Let's talk women's football next. Newly promoted Women's Super League side London City Lionesses have agreed a £1.4 million world record deal to sign Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Grace Guillaro on a deadline day deal in the Super League. Meanwhile, the champions agreed a club record deal with Chelsea to sign US international Melissa Thompson from Angel City in a deal thought to be just under £1 million. In international men's football, Lionel Messi played his final competitive match in Argentina as the world champions beat Venezuela 3-0 in World Cup qualifying. Messi scoring twice in that one. He got pretty emotional in that match playing in Buenos Aires. He said finishing in front of home fans is something he's always dreamed of. A little bit later on,
This ain't a far trip at all.
different racket sport, squash. Speak to one of the most decorated players, Mohamed El Shiragi, as he plays at the London Squash Classic, which is happening at the moment.
Isaac, thank you very much. And before you go, Mystic and George Brook Freetown.
I was gonna do a police sim game tonight, but
the Argentinian national team.
it was really buggy
For Messi, I want to wish him well.
last night. So, or was it the night
Now let's
before?
turn to business. And the U.S. President Donald
Might have been the
Trump
night
has
before.
signed an executive order putting into force the new U.S.-Japan trade deal, imposing a 15% baseline tariff on most Japanese imports, including cars. Navina Gupta has been following this from our business desk and joins us again from Delhi. Navina, tell us more about this.
Well, nothing short of a football match over here, Victoria, and this one, of course, in the business realm, because on the surface of it, this trade deal between the US and Japan looks pretty straightforward because both sides are implementing a decision that they reached in July this year of
Oh, I'm so excited.
Japanese exports to America and Japanese investments in the US. But behind it, there's a lot more going on. So President Trump is facing a crucial legal test at home. The Court of Appeals in
Hopefully
the US
we don't miss our exit like we did in
unilateral tariff power is
Council
actually
Bluffs.
unlawful, and now the case is headed for the Supreme Court. So earlier this week, Mr. Trump himself admitted that he
There's no taking the next exit, then some city streets over. You gotta literally go to another damn town just to turn around.
and Japan, by signing this agreement now, ensures that it has a safeguard in place, sort of a formal deal with Washington, even as the courts decide whether Mr. Trump's broader tariff strategy will hold up. And there's a political calculation for Tokyo as well. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba is under pressure after his party lost seats in the upper house elections in July. And next week on Monday, his party lawmakers will vote on whether to bring.
You know what's wild is I started playing this game and now all of a sudden I'm having a whole bunch of real life trucker channels popping up on my thing now.
Giving Mr. Shigeru Ishiba a badly needed
Like tons. I'm like, what the heck?
That's why Japan's top negotiators were in Washington this week and met President Trump on Thursday. They also secured an important concession that the U.S. won't impose any extra country-specific duties on top of the tariffs. So what it means is that U.S. has agreed to cut duties to 15%, and it'll stay there, be it auto components, and then there is some relief on aircraft parts, pharmaceuticals.
Alright, here we go. Oh no, I missed my turn.
Pillar of this deal, Victoria, has been Japan's
This
$550
freaking
million
GPS.
investments in the US, but we'll have to wait for more details on that.
I'm gonna do some bullshit here. That what the hell, man?
Let's head to the US and a very public row about the direction of the country's health policy. In a bruising hearing before a Senate committee, the Health Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., defended his controversial policies. Republicans and Democrats questioned his views on vaccines, including cutting funding
I
for
gotta go all the
research
way
into
to
life-saving
here.
jabs. His appearance follows a week of turmoil and
Oh,
resignations at the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, which Mr. Kennedy oversees as Health Secretary.
Oh, hell
Earlier, I spoke with the
no.
Executive Director of the American Public Health Association,
Hell
George Benjamin,
no.
who back in April said the Health Secretary should resign or be fired.
This happened last night. This damn GPS. It didn't give me the... What the... Oh, hell no. You literally can't get off on the next exit. I wonder if I can make it across this grass. Dude! How'd you run into me, man? You were in the other lane. I'm gonna see if I can make it across this grass. Ah, come on, Betsy. We're driving glass and we don't give a shit. Oh, and there I go. I missed. Dude, I'm about to... Let's do it again, baby! Yeah! Doing it again, baby. There we go. Man, take another 2 hours. Don't do this at home. This is called sandbox shit. This ain't a career. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. So if I make one with a career, that means I gotta do this Iowa shit all over again. I guess that's cool. Does it count for my overall profile, though? Huh. Can you have 2 games? Yeah, you can. But I wonder if it's 1 profile, 2 game saves, you know? I wasn't doing that bullshit from like last night. Come on, man, open up these city streets so we don't have to drive to the next town to turn around, man. It'd be nice just to go the next exit up and then reroute. The fact you have to drive to another damn city just to be able to turn around, that's ridiculous. Open up some exits at least if you're not gonna open up any cities. Let us be able to turn around, you know? Wild. You know what, if I could done early enough. I might get on some police sim because I need to see if the crime scenes weren't working last time. I need to see if I can, so I want to do some crime scene investigation shifts. So I need to test that out. Oh, that was crazy plowing through the grass. Thank God we're in Iowa where the land is flat. Wouldn't have worked out too good in Colorado. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's a cool little sign. Is there a lot of rivers here or something? It's kind of boring. This is welcome to Waterloo, and you got a fucking train yard ahead of you and a bunch of nothing else. Welcome to Waterloo. Oh, here we go. Downtown riverfront. What's even in Waterloo? Saying to take a picture. I don't know what kind of arena is this? Young arena? We're going. Whoa, car. Damn. Damn. It's kind of boring. Oh, we just beat that train. We just beat that train. Nice. Alright, where we gotta park this thing at? Oh, this is pretty easy. That's close enough, right? Oh shit, my wheel went nuts. Oh my lord, what? Not my wheel, but my controller. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So now we're done, right? All right. We're done in Iowa. So there's some spots I didn't drive, but all right. Now let's fast travel back to Vegas. World map. View world map. Navigation, quick travel. Okay, let's go back to Vegas. All right, let's see if there's a let's see, Target, Amazon. Do they not show up unless you drive by them, maybe? Truck dealer, purple. Let me see here. So I can like undo all of this stuff. Let's see here. Fuel stop, toll gate, resting place, service. I could just pull up drug dealers here. Viewpoint. Road number. City names. Alright, so let's get rid of we'll get rid of these and just see where the truck dealerships are at. Alright. Way station. Let's get rid of. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. There. Just show me the dealerships. What is this? You got to turn on the companies. Companies. Doesn't say. It doesn't say. How do I get rid of that? There we go. Delete. Delete, delete. How do I get rid of it? Delete, 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 delete. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll have to, I'll just have to research it. Hey, what's up, Rosie? I'll just have to research it. I would just end up buying a truck tonight anyway, so I'm gonna get on some police sim and here in a minute. I'm gonna get on there and see if it's the crime scene investigation is still bugged out or not. So I'm gonna be back in a few minutes with some police sim. Just be seeing if I can get a crime scene call out. If not, it might just be a quiet shift. I don't know if I'm going to do any patrol. Probably not. Probably just sit at the desk. But we did it. We got through all these Iowa maps. And then we're on to exploring California, Nevada, and Arizona. I can't wait. Mountains and all that stuff. It's going to be beautiful. All right, be back in a few.